Moon and celestial vibes have always been one of my favorites. And when the YouTube collab loop group had that perfect theme for my liking this time, I didn't have to think twice, did I? So if you would like to see how I set up these unique Dutch doors, you might want to stick around. What's up everyone, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. I will touch a bit on what the YouTube collab loop group is in a while, but I will quickly share what all products I have handy, including some washi tape, some sticker books. I'm not going to go through the names, but I quickly wanted to share what all I have handy. And as you can see, there's a lot of celestial themed elements. And I also have my creative journal where I come and set up pages for most of the YouTube collab loop groups. And this was my last one. And this was for the berries where I created some pull-out cards for journaling. And this is where we are. So let's get started from here. And as you can see, I have just a few more pages to go through and I will hopefully be done with this journal by the end of the year. And this sticker book, which I have used before, has some moons. And there are a few more collections which are hardly used in here. But I wanted to bring in some of my favorites, which will be this collection. And there are some matching quotes as well in here. And I think I will also pull out some windows. And these are going to be really unique because I did not want anything too much to overpower the beauty of the actual moon. So this was a possibility, but then I thought maybe the brown would clash with the other colors we have, and that would have looked pretty, right? And these are all from Journal Say. And trying to see what would actually look better because I did not want the moon to be cut when I put it down. And also I would be doing the window slightly different this time. Because usually I cut around the window as is and then there would be some element behind there so that it can be visible. And this time I'm going to give you another idea which you could incorporate. And this is the black set of windows. And sadly, only one of each design comes in each pack. But luckily I have 2 packs of these. So we shouldn't have any problem. And I think this window pattern would look good. So I have 3 different designs I will be picking. And I think, yeah, 1 circle should do since we already have the moon in circle. And I think these are the 3 designs which I would like to incorporate in some way. And going to the other pack to pick the other 2 designs. And I will link all the products I'm using. And for Journal Say, I do have a discount code, which I will also share on the screen. And the square journal, which I'm using, is from Archer and Olive. And I have stickers from Live Love Posh. I believe Planything, the washi tape shop, will also come in later. So I have a discount code for that as well. And I'll have that on the screen and in the description just so that you can catch up on those after you're done with the video. And let's get started, shall we? And here are everything I will normally use. And I also have these set of washi tapes, something in black and white, just to bring some balance as and when they are needed. And we will get started with the moon theme now. And looks like I'm deciding to change my mind on the windows over the moon, or the moon peeking in through the windows, because I think I would have to cut off a lot of the elements when I put down the window, because it would look really awkward when you have to have that moon placed inside the window and then a lot of it is poking out from behind there. It would look really awkward. So I'm going in and starting with this girl with the circle window, and I think that crescent right next to the girl looks perfect there. And that would be our first Dutch door. And you can also see how I'm bringing in something else, which is more washi tapes from Live Love Posh. And I will go ahead and go with a couple of patterns from the black and white set. And some of these stripes are really useful to bring that balance. And for this one, I may pick something simpler, like, yeah, this leaf one. And since I've not used this tape for some time, I had to trim off a bit of the end, which was just sticking up, and I could have come and glued it down, but I think it's fine. And I'm going to place it at the center of that window, vertically centered. And this is where we are with our first Dutch door. Then I'm going with my trusty little gyro cut to trim off that washi. And now I'm switching over to my gyro cut pro, which will give me a crisper cut around the window. And that would be pretty much our first simple Dutch doors. And let's quickly come to the whole concept of the YouTube collab loop group. And Lisa Marie, or creatively Lisa Marie, as she is known across all the social media platforms, is the lady behind all the YouTube collab loop groups that you see. And she does an amazing job. She puts together different groups. We're all growing YouTubers, and she gives us all a theme for each of the drops. And we all come and interpret the theme the way we think it needs to be interpreted as. So everybody looks at the theme differently because we're all different. So it's a great way of discovering new creators and seeing each of them come up with ideas to match the theme. So I'm really curious every time how everybody looks at the same topic differently. So it could be a different planner, a different video altogether, like it need not even be planner related. Do you know that? So it's an amazing way of discovering new folks and supporting them grow. And Lisa Marie is doing an amazing job. So I'm part of 2 different loop groups, and I've been on this for over 2.5 years now. So I have a full playlist of all the different themes I have done so far. And let's get to the actual moon, shall we? So I think the moon needs to be up there on the sky, right behind that window. And can you see how I'm kind of layering it a bit against the first Dutch door? And now I would be coming and adding some more of the celestial things and the stargazer kind of elements. And this is the set of clouds, which are pink and gray. And I think this would be, maybe not, I'll skip the window for this one. And we have the next set of washi, which will come in. And if you like to see such creative ideas for your planners or journals, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and you turn on the bell notification as well, so that you can be sure you do not miss out on any of those coming. And coming back to the YouTube collab loop group, so the way it works is very simple. So you start with my video or somebody else's, it doesn't matter. So you watch the video in its entirety, subscribe to the channel, drop something positive in the comment section, and go to the next video, which will be linked in their description. And you go on to the next person and so on and so forth until you land back at exactly where you started with. So at that point, you will have completed the loop and you will have gone through all the creators who are part of that particular loop. And again, the support you guys have given us has been amazing. And I've met so many folks over the years, and the community just seems to grow and it's so supportive. And some of them have really been very close, as in some of them are even members on my channel, which is similar to Patreon, but here on YouTube. And if you would like to check that out, I have linked it for you. And they are the first group of folks I reach out to for any help, any guidance, any confusions I may have along the way. Say, like in picking a sticker book or a theme. And you guys have been really, really great. And I do have some additional perks in addition to the polls I talked about. So you get early access to my videos, at least some of them every month. And can you see how I'm trying to layer that black to make all the other elements pop? And do you agree that just by bringing in that black and white, every other element on the page seems to pop more? So we are doing the back page now. And let's see, this is going to be tricky. This was a scrap from a previous project. And this is where some of these additional shapes can be used. And guess what? This is the first video I'm doing after I got back from my vacation. So I am not sure you saw my stories I shared on Instagram. And if you would like to join me on such journeys, I do share images and my experiences and my thoughts over on IG. So please come follow me there. And you also get to see sneaks and even spreads which didn't quite get YouTube videos. All of them will be on Instagram. And even my pre-YouTube era, you can check out the spreads and all the fun things I've done over there. And it's a lovely creative community as well. And we have another Dutch door, which is nice and simple. So let's try and put the clip there, paper clip, so that we can secure the page. And I would like to see which side goes on the outer edge so that I can match it up with the washi. And this is going to be the simplest of Dutch doors you can imagine. And this is going to be the third Dutch door. I'll probably have one more because I do not want you to be sitting here all day. And let's see, what other element can we bring in? And I want to also have the next window somewhere down here. And I would like to have that placed somewhere at the bottom. And for that, we might need another girl. So let's see, I should have. No, I think this looks better. And placing it again is very simple. You just peel off the backing and you have the sticker ready for you. And what else? So, as I was saying, I did take one of my journals, which I had come and done the setup for. The travel journal, the summer travel one, the B6 I traveled with, because that had all the notes I wanted and all the lists and all the fun things, and I even left space for my day-to-day itinerary and stuff, so that was nice. And I will do a flip through of the completed journal if you are interested in that, and please let me know in the comments if you would be, because I do have some catching up to do on that, because you can't really take all your stationery with you. So it was just one of those B6 inserts that I took alongside for the rough notes that I just scribbled on. And now I need to come and put them down beautifully in the actual journal. So once I have that completed, I will be sharing it. I'm hoping to, at least, if people are keen, because I get asked why I don't share much of the after the pens, because there are so many personal things in there, so many personal information, maybe some pictures, which I personally am not comfortable sharing on YouTube, because my family also, even my kids and my husband, they're not very active on social media. So I would like to give them the privacy that they are hoping to have. So that's why I don't have a lot of after the pens. And let us see. We will also come and add one more element before. Can you see how pretty that looks? And I think that purple, sorry if I'm just a bit in favor of bringing in purple, because you know what, I love purple, and if you've been watching me for some time, you may very well remember that, because I keep talking about it all the time. So I think just that addition of purple pull everything together. Do you agree, or is it just me being biased because I love purple? And we have some similar components to go on the other side of the Dutch door. And again, it's totally up to you whether you'd like to fill the back pages the exact same way, or just decorate the front page and leave the rest as is. That's also totally dependent on what you like to do. And let's use this next window here. And for this side, we will bring in another girl who is luckily looking at a different direction. And you will see why, because when I complete the left side of the whole set of pages, you will see how that is. Now, I would love for her eyes to be seen from the front. And maybe, yeah, a bit of a trial and error, but that's all right. Yeah, I think that's good. And that is going to be all our Dutch dolls. And we will now come and add some more of the elements for the rightmost or the last page, and we also need to come into the left page. And there are lots of the quotes as well in here. And I think such bigger elements are just perfect for this side. Yeah, I think that stacks beautifully over there. And we also have some of the diffusers and some of the florals. And I did not want it to be entirely taking over all the writing space, but I think just a small peek from under that window was perfect. And we will also bring that mug in. And we also need something a bit smaller, not that. And let us see. We might actually bring some of the, let's just bring the flower just like this, so that we will have that scrap to use on the other side. And again, this is another fun way of bringing in the windows. And we definitely need to bring in quotes, which I've used a lot of. And yeah, I think that's perfect for that space. No, it is not fully visible, is it? Yeah, I think it's just perfect. And when I last checked, these were still available to purchase. Everything I'm using from Live Love Posh, because currently the Live Love Posh is having their annual summer sale, which is a lot of products from the past, and they are heavily discounted, up to 75% on some items. So that is an amazing deal if you have been looking for something specific and you were not keen on paying full price. I think this is the time. And now let's get to the other side. And we will now, I think we need one last window with some gap in between, of course. So something in that corner would be great. And that stand with crystals and diffusers and all sorts of aromatherapy stuff, that's going to look great, but maybe not there. And we will have, I think we'll just put the window right up at the top, just making sure her face is visible. And I think, just with an overlap onto the window would be great. Just make sure that I put it down flat. Yeah, that's better. So it does give that illusion of depth right next to each other, the florals, and there is some white space also in between, which we will come and decorate for sure. And I think, this cluster can sit right there to bring that balance of all the pages on the right side. And we will complete these back sides now. And let me know how you would have interpreted the moon theme if you were part of the loop. And if you are keen on joining the loop, please reach out to Lisa Marie. She does a great job of accommodating anybody who's interested. So don't hesitate if you have ever been thinking about it. And this is the next page, all done. And I love when the gyro cut does a great job of cutting all the elements so beautifully, so perfectly, nice, crisp images. And I have a tutorial if you are ever wondering how to get started with it. And I have also linked it just in case you have no idea what the actual original is, because there are so many knockoffs in the market. And you do have lots of quality differences, and the real one is the real one. So if you are into paper crafting, you should grab the OG, the original one, and not the knockoffs, because it makes a lot of difference. And let's bring in some moths from here because the colors seem to go well, and we will also have that small pop of some of those flying elements. And they do look like moths, not butterflies for sure. So let's have them go towards the flowers. Yeah, just like so. And I think that is pretty much all done. Maybe a few additions here and there. And let's try and fill some of that white space right there, shall we? And I think I think that looks better. And we also have some of the clouds which can be brought in, and some more of the quotes. And the celestial vibes can be put down after some surgery, which is totally fine because this is just a perfect space for that. And we will also now come and add, let's see, we'll bring in this blue florals which came out recently from Live Love Posh. And I also did a full rainbow spread using all the different rainbow colored elements that came out from Live Love Posh. And this blue florals is from the recent drop, the rest were from the past years. And this is, just perfect there. And this is going to be so fun because with that lace washi, I think that needed some pop of color. And I think the yellow just there on those arched parts can be just perfect. Should I have another window? Maybe not. We'll save that. And as you can see, this is pretty much done. Maybe we will come and add some additional decorative boxes, and I'm going to use these frames for that. Let me know if you picked up these sticker books because they came out as part of the junk journaling release, and I can see totally why, because this gives that illusion of depth, but they are actually flat stickers. They're not three-dimensional at all. So it's a great way of adding that depth without adding bulk to your pages if you are somebody who worries about that. And these are just perfect. And I picked shades which go with our theme. And this is going to be the next one because I would not want to stack these frames one on top of each other. But again, I wanted to create those clusters too. Can you see that? So that is our cluster, and maybe we can bring in some of this here, just right next to the frame. And I think that should move a bit away so that we can pick something a bit smaller for near the frame. And I think that trimming at the bottom helped. And let me know if you have tried this kind of technique before. And I will also come and add a couple of boxes from here. And this is my creative journal, so I can write anything I want in here. And boxes are not something I add a lot of, unlike in my daily journal. And since July had been really busy for me, I'm still to catch up on my reading journal update for the mid-year, and a lot of things has been on the back burner for now. And I'm just catching up after I got back from my vacation. So let me know if you have checked out my reading journal setups, and if you have one for yourself, and if you are into reading, please let me know in the comments. And let me know how you like this setup. And if you like today's video, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that bell notification, and also drop me something sweet, something nice about anything that you saw that you liked. And please make sure you check out the next person's video, which is linked below for you to check out, and just continue with the loop and support all of us. We are all grateful for every single one of you who drop by, drop us something sweet, subscribe to our channels, and just interact with us. And these would be the last set of decorations I'm throwing in. And let's also add some quotes that are always useful. And I'm trying to place the quotes maybe not right next to each other. And yeah, that's a really funny one. I had to bring it in some way. Yeah, and I think I will also come and add that cloud, which I'm not sure I have the clip of. And stay tuned for that bonus clip I promised at the start. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.